Hi, Mallory Graham here from Aikido University, and I am very pleased to be doing the first of our series of Meet the Faculty. So with me today is Aviv Goldsmith Sensei, 6th Dan Shidoin from Aikido in Fredericksburg, and we are thrilled to have you. So welcome.
Thank you, Mallory Sensei. It's a pleasure to be here to talk with everybody.
So Aviv Sensei has a couple of different courses on Aikido University, and we're going to start by talking about one of his really, I think, very topical and interesting courses on how to engage a new demographic in Aikido. One of the guiding principles of Aikido University has been to look at the bright spots in Aikido. I know, people are struggling to keep their dojos alive, but if we can look at the places where it is really working, right? Where there are successful dojos with thriving memberships, then we all can learn from that. And so just the little bit I know about your dojo, I'm intrigued to visit. So 7,000 square feet in a environmentally friendly EPA awarded dojo space with live-in uchi deshi. Like you clearly have something that's working. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, well, it's been a process. There's a life cycle in every dojo. Typically, you might start once a week in a community center or at the Y, and then eventually you branch out and rent a space. And we did that for some time. When I came here to Virginia, there were 4 students, and quickly that grew. And every time we had a doubling of our dojo, we had a party. So going from 4 to 8, that was pretty easy. We had a party. 8 to 16 happened really quickly. We had another party. 16 to 32 took a while. By then we were in a rented space. And 32 to 64 took a little bit of time. But before this COVID outbreak, we celebrated 128 students with a party here at our new dojo. I say new, we always call it the new dojo, but we've been in it now for 10 years. So I'm happy to share the things that we've learned and we've gotten good at. And I think that's one of the great things about Aikido University. I also look forward myself to learning more about the great things that other people are good at. We as Aikidoists, we have to invest in ourselves. We have to invest in professional development and not just do the same thing we've done every day just because we've done it every day.
This was years ago, but I remember being really surprised by hearing a national survey that was done of dojos, that the average dojo size is actually about 22 people. So the fact that your dojo is like over 120 is really pretty incredible. So huge kudos to you for doing that. And now we get to pick your brain to find out how you did it a little bit. I was really intrigued when I first saw your course topic, because it is a demographic specifically that I think is completely undertapped. So tell us about this program.
About 2004, I thought, tearing off of one of O Sensei's ideas that Aikido should be for everyone, that we should find a way to be able to teach Aikido to senior citizens. Now, we all have training partners who are older, but most of those people started in their 20s or 30s or 40s. And so if you do that, then you can train into your 60s and 70s and 80s. But I wanted to find a way that people who are in their 60s and 70s and 80s could start Aikido. And so we looked around and we actually found a brand new senior rec center that was just opening. And so there was an opportunity in their schedule, and we launched a no-fall class for senior citizens, which we've been doing ever since. A while ago, we also hosted a seminar for other instructors how to do this no-fall training for seniors, and included 2 other instructors who are featured in the Aikido University class who also teach their own version of low-impact and no-fall Aikido. But what I've found, and what everybody should realize, is we are all getting older. We need to find ways to continue to train and to welcome people to train with us. How many times have you been talking to a potential new student or out at a fair or doing a demo, and someone will say, "I'm too old to start this"? Well, how old are they? Are they 50? So I show them my student who's 75. And then that objection gets dropped right away. I mentioned there are 2 other teachers who offer part of this course. And one of them works specifically on using Aikido as a way to supplement a therapeutic approach for trauma survivors. In this case, it's about veterans who have PTSD, but it could be anybody. And so you need a very gentle approach to work with that group. Now, some of the more physically fit seniors have gone on and joined our regular program. So it's a new recruiting path in addition to being its own program in its own right. What's really interesting is if you think about who do you as a sensei think is the target student? It's probably somebody, you know, out of college, newly settled, looking to develop new.
Yeah, that young 20-something hotshot.
Right, exactly. Okay. But in the age group between 19 and 34, it only represents 21% of the US population. And these people, they have jobs and maybe they're starting families, so they got a lot going on. However, the age group above 55 is almost 30% of the US population, and it's going to keep getting greater. And there are so many reasons, which we talk about in the course, about why Aikido is great for them and why this demographic is perfect for expanding your dojo student population. And anybody can learn this. In the course, we've got more than 4 hours of highly edited material, so it's really good quality stuff. And there are 14 total lessons. And anybody can sign up for this course. And regardless of whether you are actively teaching now, regardless of whether your dojo is open or closed now, you can learn about the success that I and the other two instructors have had in developing no-fall and low-impact programs. You could do it one class a week, and then you'll learn how you can do this when you're ready to reopen.
I really feel like during this time in the pandemic, we are all going to be in a situation when we open up our dojos of really potentially having to start from the ground up and really build up our membership. So I just think if people have not thought about reaching out to this population, you've really outlined a beautiful course and a way to approach this population with a very thorough curriculum. And it's a huge service that you're offering. So a huge thank you to you for putting it out there and sharing your expertise.